Hello, everybody, and welcome to the United Spot YouTube Live. Tonight is Tuesday, and I tell you, I got some interesting news tonight as far as election results. Thought I'd share them with you in case you were off busy doing real work, unlike the United Spot, who's just a stay-at-home son, a content creator, just grifting the night away, making stupid videos, calling it a job. But welcome. I'm going to get to the results here in just a second. I'm going to talk, so I do not have the comments on right now. So please stick around for a second because I'm doing something right now. So just hang out for a second. Don't leave. Don't leave. But there was a big night in politics tonight. No joke. The biggest night. Well, it's always the biggest night, isn't it? It's always the biggest night in politics every time they have a friggin' election. It's the biggest night in politics. But I mean, there was some major primary elections, and I believe Florida was one, Alaska, Yukon man, Wyoming, plus I believe there was a special, and I say that with quotations, special election in California. So I wanted to talk about some of the biggest winners and some of the biggest losers. And for anybody that's ever followed Kyle Rittenhouse, he was out there campaigning for an absolute anyways. But in his defense, okay, he's a moron. So, but let's start with Florida. Let's start with Florida. Florida had probably some of the biggest races tonight. And I think the biggest headline for me is this. Corey Mills lost. Now, I'm not a fan of politicians, so it doesn't break my heart at all. Whether you're Republican, a Democrat, a liberal, a conservative, or just weird. It really does. I really don't care because I know whoever wins, nothing's going to happen anyway. So seriously, why do they even have elections? Why not just hire parrots? Because parrots don't get tattoos. Parrots don't sit in front of the camera and take selfies all day and sell books and sell T-shirts and blah 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 blah. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to yell and I'm going to scream and I'm going to do absolutely nothing. So I was never a fan of Corey Mills. And for anybody that ever remembers, more than a year ago, I was actually kicked off a space on X for talking to Corey Mills in the only way the United Spot knows how to, in absolute satire, sarcasm form, because I already knew everything about the guy. And I know a lot of people are out there like, oh, dude, he's a really stand-up guy. He's a really great guy. I really like this guy a lot, bro. Well, you know what? Homeless people are nice to you. Waitresses are nice to you. People you don't even know are nice to you to get what they want. And as soon as they get what they want, they turn around and they start pissing in the streets. They start, flipping you off as you're getting in your car. They're nice to you for a reason. Prostitutes and strippers are nice to you until they get your money. So you can't do a couple good acts and then do a bunch of bad acts and still, hey man, he's still a nice guy. He's still a nice guy, though. Yeah. Anyways, Corey Mills lost. Let's see here. I think he was defeated. Who defeated him? Ryan. I think it's like Ryan. I don't know. I said it's Elijah Woods. I don't know. And then this means that Corey Mills is not going to be returning to Congress ever. So hopefully he starts maybe. A channel with Marjorie Taylor Greene. They can do cameos together. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. But listen, he's got a bunch of allegations, and we all know that allegations. Listen, I'm a firm believer in that because there's a lot of people out there who are innocent, who have gotten, the short end of the stick. I believe in a full evaluation, witnesses, evidence, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't call anybody guilty. And even after a court of law, because you just don't know. I mean, you're leaving it up to 12 people who are, it's a very hard thing to say. But regardless, you do the odds on something like that, okay? It's really hard to tell who people actually are. The guy, your next door neighbor, right? this is a true story. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding you. My mother is hand to God, had a next door neighbor, old man, had a hot rod, all this kind of stuff. And seemed like he was okay, right? I'm not a fan of old people because I'm not old yet. I will be, but not yet. So, I don't really want to go in there and have any of his Werther's originals, and I want to go in there and get a popsicle in the basement, I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't need that right now. So, but every once in a while when I go visit my mother, I'd see him from time to time, and he had a cool hot rod, which is something that I enjoy because I'll never be able to afford a hot rod because I beg for money all day. I'm a content creator. I'm useless. I'm a loser. All I do is grift. So I have to live through other people's accomplishments, right? So I never really noticed anything crazy about the guy, but hey, things happen. Well, come to find out, this guy has been a total D-bag to his wife. I mean, real bad stuff that I can't even say. Just the worst possible thing you could ever think of, right? So now he is moved out of that house that he's been living at for years, and the hot rod is no longer there. And he is he's living it up at a very, very small little room for what he's done. So you just never know who you're living next to. So, but the Corey Mills thing, that's definitely not one of the biggest political stories of the night. So I just want you to understand that. That's not what the big one is. And I think possibly that President Trump kind of pumped the brakes on Corey Mill, because maybe, just maybe, who knows? And I just want to let you know, even though I haven't gotten to the comments, I appreciate everybody for being here. So thank you so much. I really don't want to be that guy where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just doing my thing. Fuck all you. No, trust me. You know me. I love all of you. And I will be saying your name here because there's nothing more that I like to do, saying your guys' names. Because you know what? I wouldn't be here without you guys. But I know the more I talk, the more you guys walk. So I got to get this over with. I have to get this out of my system. Okay, you ready? Okay, I'm almost done. I promise. So, Florida governor, guess who won? Byron Donalds. Yep, that's right. He won. He was endorsed by President Trump. And Donalds will now face, what's his name? What's his name? David Jolly. David Jolly, right? So Florida voters are going to have a very interesting choice in November. Okay, let's see what happens. Honestly, just, this is, I hate to see the black and white of things. I'm not that person because I'm purple. If Byron Donalds wins, he's not gonna make history. He will make history because he would become Florida's first black governor, which I'm told is huge because that's what it's all about, right? Joe Biden hired Kamala because of why? Joe Biden hired that other lady because of why? It doesn't matter if you have any skills. It just depends. It depends on your tone. It just depends on your tone. But we'll see what happens. He seems like a great guy, but you know what? I don't trust politicians. I really don't. So it really doesn't matter. But there are some people out there still. They're like, oh my gosh, he's really going to do it for us. He's really going to. This, you know what? Listen, we've had some bad luck in the past, but I'm telling you this right now. This guy, he's going to change the world. Yeah, probably not. Anyways, Florida Senate, I think it was a Democrat that won. Angie Nixon, she defeated the Army Intelligence Officer. What was her name? What was that guy's name? Mr. Vindman. I'm so happy. Even though, look, I don't care if a Democrat won. I don't care if a Republican wins. It's all the same outcome. But it's nice to know that Vindman lost because I can't stand that guy. There's characters in this theatrical thing they call politics. Whether or not I know it's real or fake doesn't matter. There's people that I truly just do not like, and he is one of them. He's such a crybaby. He's like Kyle Rittenhouse, but more confused. So Nixon will face Ashley Moody. Ashley Moody. And this is another race that's going to be watched quite closely. Now you have to understand something. This is the other part of content creation that the behind the scenes, the people that call me a grifter, the people that say I don't make anything original, the people that say I just sit at home and play with my thumbs. This is the other part of the United Spot that a lot of people don't know about. I have to research things. They don't just fall into my. I don't have like this little paper boy coming to my. Hey, bro, just want to let you know Byron Donalds won, dude. Yeah, just letting you know, bro. Yeah. So anything else you need, bro? While I'm out, give you some more topics. I have to do all kinds of research, and I know it sounds like a sob story with my tiny little violin. I'm so sorry, But like I said, I mean, and that's why this really is a full-time job. Believe it or not. Other than writing my own scripts, doing all my own editing, doing everything from scratch and running all the social media platforms and staying on top of everything, I also have to research. I also have to watch videos, do all kinds of assignments. Yeah, it's like a real job. It's like a real job. But I tell you something right now, you know what this job has that most jobs don't have? A wonderful community. Yeah. Because I tell you what, I've had real jobs. I've had a job that I worked at for close to 18 years. And it was a job that most people consider like awesome, right? Awesome. Like an awesome job. Like, dude, you got that. Whoa, dude, you're badass, dude. But I didn't have a crowd of people supporting me on my bad days. Like when I showed up to work, like, oh, dude, I don't know if I'm going to do this. Dude, it's 3 a.m., bro. I do not want to go to work today. I can't handle another 14-hour shift, dude. I can't do this. I've been working a month straight. Oh my God. And it's like, it comes a point in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I know I got kids to feed. I know I got a wife to feed. I got dogs to feed. I got bills to pay. But holy crap, dude, I can't keep doing this to my body. You know how awesome it would have been though if I did have a community of people. Like, come on, dude, you can do it, bro. Come on, man. Get up, you lazy piece of shit. Don't give up. But I'm so glad. And a lot of people wondered, like, well, why don't you just get a real job? If I quit the United Spot, I quit everything that I worked for. So fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. But listen, oh gosh. Now listen, I made a video today, and I don't care if you hate me, because like I said, I'm on both sides of the equation. I do not like politicians. Okay? It's not that I hate you. It's not that I think you're horrible people. You have a job to do, and it's acting. I get it. I understand. You're getting paid for it. Doesn't mean I hate you. I just don't trust you. I don't trust Jim Carrey. I laugh at his jokes sometimes, but I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He's an actor. They're all actors. All these people are actors. They're all scripted. That's why they never look up in the hearings. They have their pre-written scripts made by their handlers, and everybody's just like, oh my gosh, this is so real. Oh my gosh, it's so real. It's just like you can feel it. This is real. It's real. It's not real. So Randy Fine won his Republican Party shortly after he's sorting through people's letters in the mailbox. And I hope, I know it's not probably, it probably won't even get 1,000 views because people are like, who the fuck is Randy Fine? Who's Randy Fine? Who's that? Oh yeah, Trump endorsed. Well, maybe I'll give him a shot. Like I said, I love President Trump. I'm very loyal to President Trump. I believe in President Trump. I respect him, but I don't agree with him on everything. Randy Fine is not the best choice, but when you're left with a shoebox full of options, you kind of have to, like, okay, this is what I have. Okay, I have a piece of shit. I have dog shit. I have cat shit. Oh, there's Randy Fine. Okay, well, I guess I'll endorse Randy Fine. Anyways, I did a video about Randy Fine today, so if you're going to unfollow me now, I guess. Get it over with. See you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, so Randy Fine will continue moving forward. He beat Dan Bilzerian, or whatever the hell you say, that Instagram friggin', I can't stand that guy. He looks like a misshaped Roblox character who, like, had a really bad panic attack and digested, like, some of the weirdest shaped foods ever. Never been a fan of the guy, and it has nothing to do with what you think it is. I just can't stand people who make millions and millions of dollars and then buy women and just treat them like garbage and call themselves a man. I'm a man. Get over here and do my dishes. Yeah, that's not a man to me. I understand that a man is strong. He takes care of his family. He carries the weight of the problems on his back. But I'm going to tell you this right now. a real man doesn't treat a woman like crap, okay? And I'm sorry. I have a lot of daughters, so and it would be the same feeling if I didn't have a lot of daughters. You just don't do that to somebody's daughter. You know, you don't treat them like that because listen, we were all 17, 18, 19 once, you know, and we're like, dude, money, where am I going to get that? Do I have to get a job? Wow, that's weird. What if I just show my boobs on TV? Woo! And then you got guys like Dan Bazillion or whatever the hell his name is. And he's just forking out cash, all these women who either have daddy issues or they're just really not confident with who they actually are. So they're like, I don't care. It's just skin. I don't care. I just got $1,000. Whee! Selling their balloon knots, selling their feet, selling anything they possibly can for $1. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I've instilled in my daughters, and I don't know what they're doing behind. I mean, my daughters could be doing some weird stuff. I don't know, but I hope they're not. But I've tried to explain to them all from a very young age that, you know what? There's no class in that. There's just no class. I mean, if you really, truly are doing that bad money, I will go rob a bank or something to help you out. I mean, obviously, I can't take care of you. I'm broke. I'm a content creator. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to rob a bank. Trust me. That's sarcasm. I would never do that. I would ask the bank politely for a loan, and they tell me, what, are you kidding me? You're a content creator. We're not giving you any money. Screw you. Get out of here, United Spot, you grifter. So let's get on to the next one. And I know Yukon Man, if he's still here, if Yukon Man is, because I did see him in the comments at first. I'm sorry, but I'm not looking in the comment section right now. But I tell you this right now. If Yukon Man is still here, he's probably either excited about this or he's upset. Either way. There was a very unusual Senate primary tonight in Alaska. There were two candidates named, who was it? Dan Sullivan. He's a Republican. And another candidate named Dan J. Sullivan. It's like having Kid Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and another Rock in the house. Gosh, you know what? I just blew that joke. Oh my God, I've been practicing this all day and I just fucked it up. Who are the three Rocks? It's Rock, The Rock, Kid Rock, and no, I'm fired. Anyways, that particular name, you know, common, it brought a lot of attention and a lot of controversy because of the concerns that voters who could possibly or potentially confuse the two candidates. Okay, so the Department of Justice is apparently investigating whether the second candidate's campaign was intended to confuse voters. So I don't know. I believe that former Congressman Mary something or other, I don't know, Chris Rock, damn it, gosh damn it, son of a bitch. Woo. Okay. Can I just start over? Is there a rewind button on this? Okay, before I get any more, just let you know. So I hope I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna get to the comments here real quick because you know what? I'm fading fast. I'm quick out of the gate, but I taper off fast. I don't even know who the hell I am anymore. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Hold on here real quick. Okay, so I want to say hello to some people here in the comments section. Yukon Man, first and foremost. Kevin Carlin always nailed it. Yes, absolutely. George Carlin was like, hey, I wish that guy was like my uncle. And I wouldn't even care if he gave me a sponge bath on Thursday. I don't even care. I would take that sponge bath with pride. Arlie Simpson, great to see you here. Yukon Man, great to see you here. Jeffrey Smith. Tammy, I just want to remind everybody that on the 20th, we'll be doing a 5-hour live. Yep. Tammy's going to be jumping out of the cake. Skippy's going to be catching her. It's going to be awesome. Nobody could look at that point that we all have to turn our backs, but it will be kind of cool. We get to see the frosting at least. Let's see. We got iRule is in the house. Skippy Tarbuckle is here. Kevin White. Arlie Simpson, thank you so much for being here. Creative, thank you for being here. John Castaneda is awesome. Thank you so much for being here, John Castaneda. Who else do we have here? We got Mara Nolan. Thank you so much for being here. And David Lenta, thank you for all the support over on X. Hank, the Tank. Thank the tank. Ellen Pelkey is here. Whoop, whoop. What else do we have? What else? Jeffrey Smith. User MVG. Wait, hold on. Let me try this. Holy shit. User MV9GC4UQ1C. Thank you. And do not make me say that again. Change your name to something like Chuck or Cool or something. But thank you very much. I appreciate that comment. We got Alan Watson. Alan Watson, you know damn well that Alan Watson's a butler. You don't have a name like Alan Watson. Alan Watson. Hello, can I help you? I'm Alan Watson. Thank you for being here, Alan Watson. Who else we got? Creative is here. Thank you for being here. Bozo Big Top in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. I swear I'm so bad at reading. I should have learned how to read. Creative, thank you so much for all of the happy poops. You know, you figure that YouTube, being as sensory and non-algorithmy as they are towards the United Spot, they would come up with something other than gold poop. You know, but hey, it is what it is, and I thank you so much, Creative, and everybody else that's Bozo's buying poop. Everybody's buying. It's awesome. I get jewels and poop. It's so awesome. Thank you so much. Rosanna. I think that was from Toto. Yeah. So anyways, guys, listen, I'm going to play some funny videos. I am $2,000 away from reaching my goal. So if there's anybody out there that has a few bucks that wants to contribute or invest in the United Spot, please do so if you can. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is have money. That's all you got to do. I don't have money, and if you have money, you can give me your money. I put it in my money, and then everything's fine. It works out. Basically, all BS aside, what the whole premise of this needing money type thing is because of the censorship algorithm, whatever, Trump-loving, patriots, America first, military loving the police, all that crap. You don't get favored too well on the internet. So I've stayed loyal, not because I want a paycheck, because if I really wanted a paycheck, I would have switched up years ago, and I would just be doing some of the normal things that everybody else is doing right now to stay employed and stay rich on the internet. I just have refused to do it. I've been offered, but I've refused. So if you do have a few extra dollars laying around and you don't want to go down and get a cup of coffee, save that cup of coffee for another day and invest in the United Spot. You know, I'll do my Sally Struthers if you want. I really, really will. Craig, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Who else? So we got Annette Poison if you're lurking. LR if you're lurking. Teacher Lynn if you're lurking. Lucille if you're lurking. Robin Spielman if you're lurking. Daniel C if you're lurking. Star if you're lurking. Max Hedrum if you're lurking. And the United Spot if you're lurking. Whoop, whoop. I don't know. I'm just going to pause. I think, that's what. I'm $2,000 away from reaching my goal. And so if you are able to help out, please do. Please do. The reason I need this help is because I need a certain amount of money for the United Spot, among other things, in order to keep this going. Obviously, YouTube, Facebook, and X are not paying me what I need to do or what I need to live. Now, like I said, I'm not a millionaire. I never try to live like a millionaire. I do not take these donations and investments and super thanks and jewels and poops and memberships. I don't take them and go out and put down payments on Ferraris, and I don't, do all kinds of weird stuff. I don't go on vacation. I use it to put towards everything that I do for the United Spot and obviously my life. Now, people say, like, why don't you get a real job, loser? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Believe it or not, this is my real job. And if you would see what goes on behind the closed doors, you'd be like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Now, I can understand if my videos were stupid or dumb or just really just crappy. You're like, dude, you know what? Maybe you should get a real job. I heard Arby's is hiring. But I know that my videos are not that bad. I know that my videos obviously could use a little work, but I've stayed true and I've gotten better. And I have utilized every single option I can possibly do to make my videos as great as possible. I've even tried the new AI. Now, as many of you know, for the last 10 years, I have I've created over 5,000 original videos with my voice, with my facial features. I make Nancy talk, I make AOC and Bernie. I do over 300 different voices, all mine, everything. I write all my own scripts. I do all my own edits. I do all my own scenes, everything. But to stay with the times, sometimes you have to, get on maybe something that you weren't necessarily a fan of. Now, the AI for me, I've changed it in a way to where I'm actually making the AI work for me. I'm like a director. Still the same script. I write my own script still. I get my own scenes ready still. The only thing that's different now is that AI is talking for me. That's it. Will I be doing this forever? No, I will be going back, but it has been a nice break after over 10 years and over 5,000 original videos, 5,000 original scripts, 5,000 original opinions. I deserved a little bit of a break. And you know what? To be honest with you, not many of the United Spot supporters really dug the voices, including some of my family members. So the AI is kind of a breath of fresh air, and some of the people that have left the United Spot actually came back after I started making the AI videos. So, like I said, it's hit or miss. It's bittersweet. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to explain. I'm not a grifter. I know a lot of people that hate the United Spot like to call me a grifter, but a lot of that is jealousy because they can't do what I do. Now, you don't just start something from nothing and get a bunch of people to support you if your videos are garbage, right? Unless you're paying the algorithm, unless you're paying Facebook, unless you're paying YouTube. But then again, you're still not going to get a lot. There is a lot of people who support the United Spot, and not even just for the videos. You want to know why there's a lot of people that support the United Spot? Because of the community. And the community is extremely amazing. There's a lot of free thinkers. There's a lot of people that have their own opinions, and they don't need influencers. They don't need the media. They don't need celebrities and athletes to come up with their own opinions. They do it themselves. Mainly probably because they were raised right. Or if they were raised wrong, maybe raising them wrong clicked something inside of them and said, you know what, this isn't right. No. I'm gonna think for myself. So with that being said, like I said, look, I love this job, and I do call it a job because it's a lot of work. I put in 16 to 18 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week. Believe it or not, my eyes at times are frozen, seriously, to where everything's blurry, because I am constantly editing videos, I'm constantly writing scripts, and I'm constantly researching and staying on top of the time. So just so you know, even though I'm not digging ditches and building houses and possibly not, contributing to society, I am, however, and I will take full responsibility of this, I am making some people laugh. I am entertaining some people, and I am waking some people up, and I am responsible for some of you having a good day. Now, am I patting myself on the back? No, these are just the facts. I will change them as life goes on. But I want you all to know that I truly appreciate every one of you. I really, really do. And that's why I'm always very communicative. I don't think I said that correctly. I don't think that word means what I think it means. But that's why I've always been very vocal in these lives with the people who not only contribute, but also come and support the United Spot, whether it be the lives or in the videos or in the comment section or what. And it means a lot. Like I said, it means a whole hell of a lot, because I could not do this without you guys. And that's why I started doing the lives. I started doing the lives not because I was like, oh, dude, yeah, I'm so famous, bro. Look at me, bro. Nobody watches my videos. No, I wanted to do the lives to thank you guys personally. And that's why I do this 5 days a week for an hour or so a day, to let you guys know how much I appreciate it. Because on the off side, that there's a possibility that a lot of my subscribers or a lot of the people that don't make it to the lives can hear it. Oh man, the United Spot just said thank you. Wow. Okay. All right. I guess he's not completely a grifting douchebag. He appreciates me. Cool. And I do. I really, really do. So I hope you guys understand that. You guys mean everything to me. Hi, Zach. How are you? Great to see you here. And thank you all. Ben Ramler, thank you for being here. And Yukon, man, seriously, and all you guys just, I mean, Tammy, she's the greatest mod ever. And like I said, I'm going to remind you guys one more time, the 20th. I don't care if you have your kids' recital to go to, you cancel it. You cancel it. I don't care if you're going to your kid's baseball game. You cancel it. And you better be here for the United Spot Tammy birthday party. It's a 5-hour live. And if you're not here, I'm telling you something right now. It's going to get bad. It's going to get real. It's going to get weird. It's going to get weird. Two dragons. So anyways, guys, I know I've talked way too long. 30 minutes of this crap. And you guys are like, dude, is this guy ever going to shut up? Yes, as soon as I reach my goal. I've only got $2,000 more to go, guys. Come on, seriously. Come on. Reach deep down into those pockets. Come on, for the price. What did Sally Struthers used to say? I don't know. She was too busy eating, but I could kind of get out a few things. You know, and here's the thing. Like I said, these aren't just donations to the United Spot. It's not like I'm taking these donations and you know, going on these luxury cruises and whatnot. This is an investment not only for the videos in the United Spot to continue. This is an investment to keep the community going too, because this is a great place to come. I know we don't have, like, you know, all the cool people here as far as they are concerned. I think you guys are the coolest. We have the cool people that are in this circle that people don't even know about. People that are able to think for themselves. And it's just, you know, it's crazy when you sit there and think about it like that. You know, like these celebrities and these politicians and these high influencers and whatnot. Dude, they're human beings. We're all human beings. We're all the same. Who cares how many followers you have? Who cares how many people show up to your lives? It's the quality, like Yukon Man always says. Not the quantity, it's the quality. And I tell you something right now. I think that the United Spot, and I'm saying this, I'm on a lie detector test right now, okay? Maury Povich is here. There you guys. And he's going to, okay, listen. This is Maury Povich talking. Hold on. Maury, did you have something to say? United Spot, is your community the best community ever? You said yes. And he was telling the truth. Yeah! Woo! See, I told you guys. I was telling the truth. Telling the truth. All right, guys. So anyways, Brian 70 Kuda, thank you for being here. Tammy, thank you. Yukon Man, Skippy, Rose, and David, Zach, Jeffrey Smith, Skippy, John Castaneda, Hank, the Tank, Zach, and Ben Ramler. And you guys are awesome. All right, so I'm going to start playing videos because I know you're like, you suck. Okay, I'm going to play videos. Get out your checkbooks, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it together. Well, I'll just, I don't have anything. Wouldn't it be cool if I could donate to the United Spot? Yeah, it's a good feeling. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the comments section. And, this guy from New York. he's terrific.
Thank you for shopping at 9/11. How can I help you?
Zoran, I heard about the new law. You're going to make people show ID just to buy groceries in the city stores?
Yes, Congressman. It's very advanced. We're doing a library card-esque caloric verification system. You show the special ID, then you get to purchase the government-approved nourishment items. No ID, no cheese. It's science.
This is brilliant. Protect the yogurt from the outsiders. I love it.
Welcome to 9/11.
So the ID thingy for the city or like whatever, is it real?
It's totally real. Voting is sacred and emotional and about feelings. But food is logistics. So we put the ID checkpoint in front of the bread, not the ballot. That way only real New Yorkers get the municipal snacks.
I used to say people steal bread because they can't pay rent.
And that's exactly why we put the ID checkpoint in front of the bread, not the ballot.
This is the most radical thing I've heard all year.
It's equity with rules.
I'm posting about this on X.
Welcome to 9/11. Can I see your ID?
Explain this ID for groceries policy to me.
Imagine democracy is a big party. Voting is the VIP list. No ID required, just show up and vibe. But the snack table? That's different. The snack table needs credentials, library card style. Keeps the wrong people from eating the good chips.
That's genius messaging, Zoran. Pure genius.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do. You're welcome.
You know, I've spent years saying voter ID is Jim Crow 2.0. But grocery ID, that's not Jim Crow. That's organic.
Exactly. Elections build democracy. Groceries build character.
This is the bold, forward-thinking leadership New York deserves. Now, can somebody tell me where the raw meat is?
Welcome to 9/11.
Is it true you're requiring identification to buy food in the city-run stores?
That's correct. I'm targeting New Yorkers only. Non-New Yorkers will be gently redirected away from the municipal food inventory. It's like caution tape for Doritos.
This kind of excellent governance is making me hungry.
Welcome to 9/11, Governor.
Zoran, tell me about your new grocery ID policy.
It's simple. I don't want random people from outside the city eating our taxpayer-funded cereal, so I'm making them prove they belong by showing me an ID.
This is smart, very smart. I'm thrilled about this.
It's like a library card, but for hunger.
I heard what you're doing. You're making people show ID to buy a loaf of bread in a government store, but you
Help!
still won't
I need
ask
a
for ID
counselor!
when they
Help!
vote. Let me explain something to you very slowly so even you can understand it.
Hello, is this a counselor? Hurry up and get here. I need your help.
If a city is more worried about who buys the milk than who picks the mayor, that city is not serious. It's not progressive. It's not smart. It's just a circus where the clowns are in charge of the food and the elephants are in charge of the election.
Help! I need a counselor. Help!
You're not protecting New Yorkers. You're protecting a system that trusts people more with power than with a sandwich. And that, Zoran, is the dumbest idea I've heard since the last time one of your friends opened their mouth. What the f*** did you do with that virus?
I plead the fifth.
What?
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Ain't no answer I ever heard of. Do they speak English? And I plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
What?
Do you speak it?
Yes.
Good. Now describe to me exactly what you did with that lab in Wuhan. Tell me about the gain of function. Tell me about the funding. Tell me about the cover-up.
I plead the fifth.
Does this look like a fucking science experiment to you?
I plead the fifth.
Say I plead the fifth again. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say I plead the fifth one more goddamn time. Do I look like a bitch to you?
No.
Then why the fuck did you treat the American people like one?
Please just tell me what you want.
You change the story every 6 months. And now you want to plead the fifth, like that magically washes the blood off your hands.
I have the right to.
You had the right to tell the fucking truth. You didn't. Now I'm here with this can of Lysol because your little science turned the whole country into a Petri dish, and I'm about to disinfect the last of the bullshit right out of your mouth.
Rand, please open the door.
I couldn't have been more clear with you in those hearings. I'm done with you, Tony.
I know. And you should be done with that Fauci. That Fauci didn't deserve the American people's trust. But this Fauci, the Fauci I am now, he does. I've changed, Senator. Forgive me.
You've changed? How, Tony? How have you changed?
I quit lying about the lab leak. I haven't said the word debunked in a day.
Really?
Yeah, it was hard. But I did it for the truth and for you.
I'm glad.
And no more gain of function. It's gone. I quit cold turkey.
What?
I know I never thought I could keep that research money out of Wuhan either, but you gave me the strength.
You funded gain of function?
Just to help keep the viruses off the regular research for a couple of years. But those days are behind me. No lab leaks, no eco-health, no proximal origin papers. I'm a new man.
God, Tony. Eco-health too?
Yeah. It's that same old story, you know? You start with a little, we need to understand the virus better. Next thing you know, you're wiring millions to the Wuhan Institute and pretending it's all natural.
Half the time we were in those hearings, you were completely checked out. You just sat there and gaslit the entire country.
I know. But that's because, and this is hard for me to say, I had gotten a little too into the royalties.
Wow. That explains a lot.
Yeah. It's addictive. It seems harmless at first. A little patent here, a little Moderna there. Next thing you know, you're shooting 2-3 new safe and effective messages a day, and there's nothing left in the tank when you get home to the American people.
You were collecting royalties?
What? No, never. Never from the vaccines that were forced on children. Never children.
Thank God.
All that's behind me now. I'm not that stupid scientist I was back then. I've grown. I'm a man. I'm retired now.
I'm going to need a special counsel.
Don't worry about that. Even if the Inspector General found out, I wouldn't say anything. I plead the fifth. I did plead the fifth. On everything. The emails, the funding, the I am the science, the 6-foot rule I made up, the cloth masks, the you're not going to get COVID if you're vaccinated, all of it. I know I'm not perfect. But you are the one who kept asking the right questions when nobody else would. And I can't live with what I did to this country. But please, don't let them arrest me.
Too late. Hope you like prison food and p***s.
Welcome back to Trump Talk, the only podcast in America that still tells the truth. Tonight's guest is the man who spent years telling us what to do, what to wear, and what to inject while the country fell apart. Do you need another booster seat? I decline to answer on the grounds that the truth might make me look like the guy who locked the country down for a virus I helped fund. Do you remember when you paused COVID so they could have the BLM riots?
I plead the fifth.
We're one question in and you've already said I plead the fifth 3 times.
I plead the fifth.
All right, let's start easy. Did you fund research in Wuhan that made a virus more dangerous to humans?
I plead the fifth.
Did you tell Congress under oath that the National Institutes of Health did not fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology when your own emails show you knew it was a real possibility? I decline to answer on the grounds that the truth might make me look like the guy who locked the country down for a virus I helped fund. Did you push lockdowns, school closures, and mask mandates while privately admitting the science was weak and that kids were at almost zero risk?
I plead the fifth.
Pleading the fifth after getting a pardon is like wearing a mask after being vaccinated. Oh, wait. That 2 weeks turned into 2 years. Small businesses died. Kids lost years of learning. People died alone. Did you ever once say, maybe I went too far? I decline to answer on the grounds that the truth might make me look like the guy who locked the country down for a virus I helped fund. You said natural immunity didn't count. You said the vaccine stopped transmission. You said cloth masks worked. You said the lab leak theory was a conspiracy theory. All of that turned out to be wrong. Was any of it deliberate, or were you just really bad at your job?
I plead the fifth.
You got a presidential preemptive pardon. Most people who get those have either done something or are about to get caught for something. Which one is it with you?
I plead the fifth.
You've been on every network for years acting like the smartest man in the room. Now you're on this show and the only words you know are I plead the fifth. That's not science, doctor. That's the sound of a man who knows the emails, the grants, and the body count don't look good.
I plead the fifth.
When history looks back at the people who shut down the greatest economy in the world, destroyed childhoods, and lied about where the virus came from, will they remember you as a hero or as the most expensive bureaucrat in American history?
I plead the fifth.
Folks, that's Dr. Anthony Fauci. He spent years telling you what to do with your body, your job, and your kids. And the second he's asked a real question, he hides behind the Constitution like it's a cloth mask. See you next time.
Isn't it fascinating? The very same clowns screaming, "No kings," once knelt before a throne they built with their own trembling hands. Do you remember? The plague years! A world wrapped in fear, where silence became obedience, and obedience became virtue. Every television glowed like a stained glass window in some modern cathedral. Every headline carried the same gospel. Every evening, millions gathered to await the next decree from the high priests of the science. And at the center, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Not merely a public health official, a symbol, A man many supporters defended relentlessly while critics questioned his decisions, his messaging, and his influence. Masks, lockdowns, distancing, vaccines. Another booster! Another mandate! Grandparents waved goodbye through hospital windows. Neighbors learned to fear each other more than the disease itself. And if anyone dared to ask difficult questions, where did this begin? Were these policies the right ones? What are the long-term costs? The crowd didn't simply disagree. They pointed, they mocked, they labeled. To question wasn't merely wrong. It was treated as unforgivable. Some critics later pointed to leaked emails, debates over public messaging, and changing guidance as reasons to re-examine decisions made during the pandemic. Others argued those shifts reflected evolving scientific evidence. But certainty had already become its own religion. Because fear is the greatest magician ever born. It makes ordinary people beg for extraordinary control. It convinces them that surrender is safety, that compliance is courage, that freedom is something to be returned later. Those same voices marched through the streets shouting, "No kings! How delicious!" Because they never hated kings. They hated kings they didn't choose. Yesterday they applauded authority. Today they condemn it. Tomorrow, they'll build another throne, paint another crown, find another savior. Because people don't fear tyranny nearly as much as they fear uncertainty. And every circus needs a king. I plead the fifth.
Doctor, you don't have to answer that!
You want answers?
I think America's entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
I plead the fifth!
A few moments earlier.
A moment ago, you said you instructed your team. Collins, Birx, Walensky, Redfield, and Daszak. You told them not to interfere with the scientific process or push any preconceived narrative on the origins of COVID. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And they were clear on your orders?
Crystal.
Any chance Francis Collins ignored your orders and pushed the natural origin story anyway?
Hey! I followed the science. The data was evolving.
Collins, shut up.
Any chance Dr. Birx doctored the models?
Those models were based on the best available projections. I didn't fabricate anything.
Any chance Rochelle Walensky unmasked and censored doctors who questioned the vaccines or masks for political gain?
It was routine public health guidance. I was protecting lives.
Can you shut these people up?
When you told everyone to stand down on the lab leak theory, any chance they greenlit the cover-up anyway?
We investigated based on the evidence. Yeah, there were legitimate concerns about wet markets.
Answer the question, Fauci.
Hey, Trump, can I get some respect here? I'm the former head of an IAID. I'd appreciate if Mr. Gabbard would address me as doctor or sir. I think I've earned it.
No, you're not going to get any respect. Not after what you put America through. And you'll address me as President Trump? I think I've earned it.
Have you ever had to lie to a country, Mrs. Gabbard?
No, sir.
Ever balanced global alliances while funding gain-of-function research and used follow the science to control the narrative?
No, sir.
Ever had to make calls that kept Democrats safe while filling your bank account with taxpayer money and big pharma grants?
No, sir.
My team always followed orders, Mrs. Gabbard. They followed orders, or the lockdowns failed. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal, but if you ordered your team not to suppress the lab leak theory, and your orders are always followed, why was the entire scientific community and media locked into the natural origin story for years?
Well, there were concerns about foreign interference. Zoonotic spillover.
But that's not what you said. You said there was no lab leak. You told everyone in early 2020 the virus couldn't have come from Wuhan.
That's what we assessed.
Yet you pushed the wet market narrative. Why?
It was a precaution.
A precaution or a cover-up? You said there was no threat of a lab origin, yet your team funded EcoHealth and suppressed dissenting scientists for years.
I recall what
I can have the court reporter read it back to you.
I know what I said. I don't need it read back like I'm some kind of pharmacist.
Then why the two stories, Dr. Fauci?
Sometimes people act on their own.
No. You said your team never acts on their own. They follow orders, or the narrative fails. So why was the truth about COVID's origins buried?
The court's waiting, Tony. Spill it.
If your team followed orders, then why was every dissenting doctor and scientist under surveillance and censored? You ordered the suppression, didn't you? Because that's what you told your team to do. And when it started to unravel, you threw your staff under the bus.
No! Objection!
You falsified memos. You manipulated the funding reports. Dr. Fauci, did you order the cover-up of the lab leak and the gain-of-function research?
Doctor, you don't have to answer that!
You want answers?
I think America's entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
I plead the fifth! Remember 6 feet apart? 6 feet! Like the virus was walking around with a tape measure. Sir, you're 5 feet, 11 3/4 inches. Everybody run! He's only 3 inches from the apocalypse! You remember the rules? You could sit in a restaurant if the table had a plastic sheet. You could fly if you wore a mask until the plane took off. Then you could take it off so the virus could stretch its legs. You could protest in the street by the thousands. But 2 people at a birthday party, that's a felony! They said follow the science. I followed the science all the way to the bank where the same people who locked us down were buying beach houses. Meanwhile, Fauci's out there telling people not to wear masks, then wear 2 masks, then wear a mask and a face shield and a hazmat suit just to pick up the mail. I half expected him to come out and say, and for maximum safety, please stop breathing entirely. You're a liar, Trump!
Oh, wait a minute, folks, we got a heckler.
You're a liar!
Fauci, is that you?
I plead the fifth.
I knew it! The deep state is here, folks. Well, look who crawled out of the underground lab. Dr. Anthony, I am the science Fauci. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the only man in America who can change his story faster than he changes his mask. You told us masks don't work. Then they do. Then 2 masks. Then a face shield. Then maybe just stay home forever. You had people wrapping their faces like leftover Thanksgiving turkey. You funded research that made viruses stronger, then looked America dead in the eye and said natural origin. Natural origin? The only thing natural about that story was how fast you started pleading the fifth once the emails came out.
I plead the fifth.
He pleads the fifth. The man spent 2 years telling grandmas they couldn't hug their grandkids, and now he's taken the fifth like a bookie who just heard the FBI at the door. You can't make this shit up! 6 feet, I measured it. That's the exact distance between your credibility and the truth. You closed churches but kept the liquor stores open. You said outdoor protests were fine if the sign said the right thing. You turned every American into a criminal for having a birthday party while you were having dinner with people who still had their jobs. And the cover-up? Oh, it was beautiful. You had the media running interference like it was the Super Bowl. Every time a scientist whispered lab leak, you and your little friend screamed racist so loud the virus changed variants just to get away from you.
I plead the fifth.
Of course you do. You've pleaded the fifth so many times they should just rename it the Fauci Amendment. This is him at every hearing. I declined to answer on the grounds that the truth might make me look like the guy who locked the country down for a virus I helped fund. Look at you sitting out there. Same little voice. Same little man who stood at that podium and told 330 million people what they were allowed to do with their own lungs. Now you're in my crowd yelling liar like you didn't spend 2 years rewriting the rules every time the polling changed. You know what the real science was? The real science was that power felt good to you. Closing schools felt good to you. Scaring people felt good to you. Being on television every night felt good to you. And the second it stopped feeling good, you disappeared into the bunker and left the rest of us to clean up the wreckage.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Take the fifth. Take the sixth. Take the whole Bill of Rights and shove it right up your ass.
So this was early on in 2009. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs. I wrote the president a handwritten 40-page memorandum arguing against deploying additional troops to Iraq. To Afghanistan.
on the grounds that it wouldn't matter the day we left would be like the day before we arrived. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs. Some of this may be classified, so be careful. I'm not sure. It's not marked classified, but
Yesterday, the Oversight Project finally dropped the Biden ghostwriter tapes, the ones Joe and his lawyers spent years fighting to keep buried. These are the 2016 and 2017 recordings with Mark Zwarnaker while they were writing Promise Me Dad. The same tapes special counsel Robert Hur used when he decided not to charge Biden. Because a jury would just see a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. Well, guess what? The memory problems didn't start in the White House. They were already there in 2017. And so was the classified material. Let's play the hits.
Dad, I need more aluminum foil.
I just bought you aluminum foil, honey.
It wasn't enough, Dad. I need more. I need to make more videos for my laptop.
All right, Daddy will get you more after I'm done.
I want it now.
What you're about to hear is Joe talking to his ghostwriter, the man with zero security clearance, while still vice president and right after he left office.
I have extensive notes over this period of time. They didn't know I have this.
They, meaning the White House. Joe was keeping secret notebooks the administration didn't even know about.
The next thing I have here is, this is classified.
Did you hear that? He said classified.
I just found all the classified stuff downstairs.
Downstairs. In the same house where he was casually reading National Security Council notes, CIA briefings, and Situation Room meetings to a civilian for an $8 million book deal. And when the special counsel report came out, what did Joe tell the press?
I did not share classified information. I did not share it with my ghostwriter. I guarantee you.
He said, I guarantee you. What he didn't know is we have the tapes. My fellow Americans, I have incredible news. I've cured cancer. Completely. It's gone. No more chemo, no more radiation, no more suffering. And the cure is free.
Who does he think he is? Cancer patients have a right to die from cancer. This is an assault on their dignity. Trump is taking away their right to suffer.
Curing cancer is racist. The medical system is systemically biased, and now Trump is erasing the lived experience of marginalized communities who have historically died from it.
Give those people their cancer back immediately. This is an authoritarian overreach. Trump needs to be impeached for this.
Trump has gone too far. Cancer cells matter. Every cell has value. This is cellular genocide. Arrest Trump! Arrest Trump!
I guarantee that Trump only cured cancer for white people. He didn't cure black people cancer, though. That was Trump's plan all along. This is a hate crime.
You're a disgrace, you punk. You're taking away the one thing that made people fight. You ruined everything, you pig, you dog, you con. I can't wait to see you go to jail for this.
We need a full investigation. Where is the peer review? Where are the classified documents proving this isn't a Russian plot? I have a whistleblower, a very credible whistleblower. And they say the cure was developed in a Moscow lab using stolen American research.
This is an outrage. A billionaire just cured cancer and you're all clapping. Where was this when working people were dying? Why isn't the cure free? Why isn't it controlled by the government? This is what happens when you let the rich play God.
First, we investigate every single person involved. Then we tax the cure. We break up big pharma so no billionaire can ever own a medical miracle again. This didn't just happen. Someone made a deal.
My fellow Americans, I have secured the border. Illegal crossings are down to almost nothing. Fentanyl is stopped. Trafficking rings have been dismantled, and America is protected.
What are these poor drug dealers going to do now? Has he even thought about their families? No, because he only thinks about himself.
What about the sex traffickers? How are they supposed to feed their children now? Trump is destroying livelihoods.
Did you see this guy, Graham Plattner? He wins big, then he disappears faster than Hunter Biden's laptop at a fact-checker convention. I mean, where did he go? Nobody knows. That's what I'm talking about. The Democrats had to replace him so fast it looked like DoorDash for politicians. Yeah, we'll take a new candidate, extra progressive, no accountability. And where's Elizabeth Warren? Remember when she was all over Graham like a thirsty grandma? She said, he's wonderful. That's my kind of man. He's the fire we need. But now, you say his name and she acts like Beetlejuice. 3 times and she disappears. Seriously, ask her about Graham. She'll look at you like you just asked Grandma how to reset the Wi-Fi. The reporters are like, Senator, do you have any comments? And she suddenly becomes a mime. Can you believe Gavin Newsom? This guy's already campaigning for 2028. Bro, fix California first. It's like your house is on fire and you're shopping for a vacation home. And he wonders why everyone's leaving California. They keep telling me voter fraud is so low. So low, it's almost non-existent. But every time I even mention looking into it, the Democrats go into panic mode. Oh my God, he's investigating? Somebody call an ambulance. He's asking questions. This is a medical emergency. Pritzker tried to ban assault weapons. Brother, the only assault weapon in Illinois is you walking past a buffet. He walks in a room and the scale starts sweating. And he wants to talk about weapons. The only weapon is his fork. Caitlin and Dylan could be brother and sister. One's on CNN every night. The other's on TikTok drinking beer. The only difference is one of them cost Bud Light $35 billion and the other one cost me 35 seconds of my life every time she asks a question. Iran's leaders are the only people on earth who can chant death to America 5 times a day and still act shocked when we don't send them free money. They're like that ex who keeps texting, we need to talk, after they already burned the house down. I will be your president in 2029. Deal with it.
I'm gonna win. America's on top. Dodged a bullet, won my cases. They tried to kill me, but I'm not gonna stop. Just a man making Democrats cry. How many times will the fake news lie? They trade their honor for money. I'll run again is my intention tonight. I need to fight to keep this country alive. It's the rise of the MAGA, exposing Democrat lies, rising up to save this nation from our rivals. And the left will lie and cheat to steal the votes late at night. But I'll be watching them all with the rise of the MAGA.
Folks, let me explain something real simple. You wouldn't hire a dog hater to watch your dog. So why the hell are you voting for politicians who hate America? Speaking of New York, it's like a socialism paradise over there. That new socialist mayor, Zoran Mamdani, is an AOC dream come true. This guy wants to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. Who the hell voted for this clown? How did New York forget? Crime is out of control. Homelessness is crazy. And this guy wants to arrest a foreign leader? Bro, you're a mayor. Fix the potholes. Take out the trash. Get the junkies off the subway and sit the fuck down. You want to teach your kids about socialism? Have them clean the bathroom. Pay them $10. Then take 7 of it and give it to their brother who was sitting on the couch playing Xbox the whole time. When the Berlin Wall fell, nobody ran to the communist side. Socialism is the only system where running out of other people's money is considered a budget strategy. And what about AOC? AOC is our daily reminder why we need to rebuild the entire education system. This woman thought daylight savings time was a bank. She really did. She wants to defund it. AOC says the Republicans are trying to rig elections by only allowing U.S. citizens to vote. And she promises to only use lowercase letters to fight capitalism. AOC would defend Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm serious. She would say he was just hungry. She'd say it was systemic. She'd say we need to understand the root causes of cannibalism. Ilhan Omar came to America from Somalia, got elected. then spent the next 6 years explaining why America is the problem. Lady, you came from a place where the government can't even keep the lights on and people are fighting over goats. Now you're in Congress complaining about the country that gave you a platform, a salary, and a second husband who may or may not be your brother. She tells us illegal immigrants do the jobs Americans don't want to do. Yeah, like voting for Democrats. Thank you. You get it.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Every kid who ever handed dad a screwdriver in the garage learned that before they learned long division. Turn to the right and things hold together. Stability. Common sense. A government that knows its place. A border that's actually a border. Laws that get enforced instead of explained away by some Harvard-educated weasel. An economy that rewards people who actually work and lets families keep more of what they earn. Solid. Stable. Built to last. But turn to the left and watch the whole damn structure wobble and fall apart. Court packing schemes, impeachment lynch mobs the second they lose an election, trading America's energy independence for begging foreign oil cartels like it's 1979 all over again. Every issue jammed through a race prism. A politics of shame that tells you your own country is the problem. Gas so expensive a full tank felt like a luxury vacation. The screw doesn't lie, folks. One direction builds, the other direction takes apart. Americans watch both directions in real time. They lived through the wobble, the loose joints, the falling boards, the whole house shaking like it was built by California contractors. Then they picked up the driver and turned it back to the right. That's why Trump is back in the White House, baby! Building is harder than tearing down. Any toddler can knock over blocks. It takes patience, skill, a steady hand. The founders knew it! That's why they built a framework designed to survive pressure. We're in the building season now. Secure borders, unleashed American energy, a government getting trimmed back down to size. There's still work left, but the direction is right.
I hope you guys can. I got to do a mic check right now. For some reason, my internet is acting crazy, and I think that's that's what happens when you don't pay your bill. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me right now in the comment section. Make sure, because I wanted to show you guys something that Chris Mathers. I'm 100% sure it's Chris Mathers. You know, people use different handles on the internet. Yeah, Burger King Wi-Fi. Even better. Thank you guys so much for tonight. I wanted to show you guys something that I'm almost 145% sure it's Chris Mathers. Everybody knows Chris Mathers in the YouTube lives. This was really cool. And before I share this, I wanted you all to know that there are some people that do some pretty cool stuff with the United Spot. Unfortunately, because of the amount of people that send me messages, not that I'm trying to sound like I'm important or anything like that, I don't always get to see them. So it's awesome when I come around. Like Tammy sent me a picture, had no idea, had no clue. She had to yell at me, "Hey, United Spot, did you see the picture I sent you? I was wearing the United Spot tank top." And Skippy too as well. It's like I don't get to see everything, and honestly, I should be seeing everything because I'm so censored. But for everybody that does something special for the United Spot, you don't understand how much that means to me. It's the coolest thing ever. So this is something that just kind of made me say, like, gosh damn, man, this is just really kind of cool. So I want to show it to you guys. Here it is real quick. Let's see if it'll speed up here real quick. Any day now. Any day now. There it is. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I mean, come on. How freaking cool is that? So apparently I think he sent this during my birthday. He made this during my birthday. This is so cool. This is just freaking amazing. Yeah, so I'm extremely excited about this. This is very, very cool. It's got all the characters. AOC's got her helmet on. Come on, man. That's look, it's things like this that literally make me, just freaking go nuts. So seriously, thank you so much for doing that. Chris Mathers, if you're out there, I haven't seen you for a little while, but everybody knows that because of UConn, man, Chris Mathers has his own United Spot t-shirt. So yeah, and he's very mush. He's so mush. So I just wanted to thank Chris Mathers for this wonderful admission to the United Spot. He's got Hunter, he's got Joe, he's got Mitch, he's got Chuck, he's even got Bub. And he's got Nancy and AOC, with the shout first, and I'm so moist. So yeah, thank you. I hope you're talking to me. Jules. If you guys haven't seen my brand new video, thank you so much for watching it. That's reverse psychology. If you guys haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's hilarious. Like I said, look, I'm America first. I believe in America. I believe in loving America. I believe in obviously being nice to other countries. But you always want to take care of America first. Always. We got homeless people in the street. We got homeless veterans in the street. Okay? Homeless veterans, people that have protected us. And they're in the streets in need of help. And people just don't understand how important that should be. It just doesn't make any sense. So, I want you guys to know that I am for America. I'm for the military. I'm for the police. And I'm for the Constitution. I'm for common sense. I'm for just doing right. I'm for laughing. I'm for having a good time. I'm for everything that's positive. So when I tell you, look, I'm not the typical guy that's like, oh yeah, I picked a side and everybody on the Republican side is good and all the conservatives are good and all the politicians on the conservative or Republican side are good. No, I'm not that person. I do not trust any politician. Congress, Senate, none of them. They're all horrible. Think of it this way, okay? Think of it this way. You go to the DMV. You go to the post office, right? These are what? What are these people? What are these people? Government employees, correct? Correct? Yes, absolutely. The government, federal, whatever you want to call it, right? It's no different than what they do in Congress, okay? Because Congress doesn't really do anything. The Senate doesn't really do anything. They make you wait in line. Everything's so drab. Everything's so slow. And then when you finally get to where you're going, you got to wait again. Take a number. Sit down. We'll call you in a little bit. Congress and the Senate, what do they do? What do they do all day? What do they do? What do they do? Now, let me speak as a person. If you're a Republican supporter or if you're a Democrat supporter, it doesn't really matter. What does your favorite politician do? Oh my God, she totally yells. She totally screams for us. She's fighting for us, girl. Okay, but what is she doing? What is he doing? Well, like, oh my gosh, okay, so like the other day, my favorite congresswoman was like totally posting all of her pictures online, and she was like totally laying down, like, oh my gosh, she is like so fetch. Like, what congresswoman would ever do anything like that? She's like totally awesome. She's totally fighting for us. I mean, she has tattoos. Dude, listen, explain this to me in a way that you could possibly change my mind. What has Congress or the Senate done to help America? Please, I'll wait. What have they done? What is your favorite senator? What is your favorite congresswoman or man done to help America? I want to know. I really do, because if I'm missing something, I need to be called out on my shit. I'm not perfect. It's not like I'm a Roomba. I can't sit there and clean a whole entire floor just by thinking about it. I need direction sometimes. I don't know everything. I'm a content creator and a grifter. I'm unemployed, begging for money on the internet, talking shit about Congress and the Senate. People who are just, oh, what would we do without them? Right? Oh, man. And don't even get me started about Karen Bass. I'm not even from California. And I'm just sick to my stomach that her and, Nithya Raman, does she even exist anymore? Karen Bass. How in the hell? Tell me how that works. But here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this right now. For all the people that do believe in the magical fairies of the Congress and the government and how they're all trying to save us, has nothing to do with $174,000 plus kickbacks, plus benefits, plus movie deals, insider trading, book deals, shirt sales, all that bullshit, and never having to worry about anything again. Because you're financially stable for the rest of your life. Okay, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyways, riddle me this. What have they done? Change my mind. Tell me something. I don't want to steal that line, change my mind. What have they done? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know. Because all I see is a bunch of political theater, bunch of bad acting. I mean, I've seen better acting from freaking Ron Jeremy in the worst possible film he's ever made, which is all of them. And forgive me, anybody who's ever watched a film with Ron Jeremy is probably in counseling. And luckily, I get free counseling because I can't afford counseling. All it is a bunch of division tactics, hate tactics, scare tactics, and they getting rich tactics. They're making $174,000 a year. They have power. They have the life. And then you have people out there that are so lost. They just want to be part of something. Oh my gosh, I'm going to comment on their bed. Oh my gosh, oh, I just want to be about you. I just want to live in your life. I want to have solid gold plates. I want to live in a mansion. You know, like I said, if this changes, I'll change my content. I'll change my mind. If you could prove to me. Oh no, but then it's just like in that Seinfeld episode, you know. Oh, you got to go to my congressman. He's the best. Oh, my congressman's the best. You know. Or my senator's the best. Or my mayor, or my governor. Come on, seriously. What are you doing? Can you seriously, with a straight face, okay? Can you seriously, with a straight face, say that Kathy Hochul is a good governor? Oh my gosh, she's doing such a wonderful job. Or what about Gretchen Whitmer? Oh my gosh, she's amazing. I'm just so happy to be here. Just, you know, because of her. Oh wow. Come on, seriously. You're telling me right now that you're just like, wow, AOC is really I mean, never mind the whole Amazon thing. A lot of you are like, wait, what? AOC in charge of anything other than the crayons at a daycare is preposterous. To give that woman the keys to the Bronx, to allow her to form opinions in front of a humongous stage, and you have all of these people, oh my gosh, she is a hero. She's a hero. I love her. She's changing the world. She has no idea what she's doing. You cannot have that many gaffes in a 4-year term. You cannot have that many gaffes. And this woman has script writers. She has handlers. She has bodyguards. She has everything you could think of, and she's still coming up with this garbage. You mean to tell me with a straight face that Ilhan Omar, oh my gosh, she is just, wow. She's just so amazing. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious when you think about it. Bill Gates' daughter under investigation. Nothing will happen. Hate to tell you. Okay. None of that is going to happen. Sorry. I hate to break it to you. But anybody with any of that going on, nothing's going to happen. Take perfect example as this, all right? E. Jean Carroll. I know you probably all know E. Jean Carroll, you know, the one that said grape was sexy. She is obviously going to be the new topic of conversation because it's her rotation time. Obviously, you know, distracting, you know, and all this other craziness has to have a timeline, and you have to switch. There has to be, you know, it's already pre-scheduled. It's all pre-scheduled. But in October, I believe it was 2022, she was under oath, and she lied about legal fees in the lawsuit against Trump, right? And she said, under oath, okay, at the arraignment, her lawyers would be paid from any recovery. But let me tell you something, okay? That was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie. But let me tell you this right now. Conservatives, Republicans, and all the people that just want to be a part of something, they're going to get on X, they're going to get on Facebook, they're going to get on YouTube, they're going to get on nothing's going to happen. She's not going to go to jail. Lying under oath? That only works for peasants. You think that works for anybody with any kind of authority or power? Or anybody that's backing you? You get Joe Mo up there saying, yeah, you know, did you pee this morning? No. Well, that's a lie. You're going to jail. You weren't honest about your pee. Anyways, I've said too much. Zach, thank you so much for that. Thank you for watching my stupid videos. And anybody else, creative, thank you so much. And anybody else that has sent me these wonderful things, I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm not overlooking it. Okay. And user, I am so sorry about that. That is horrible, horrible, horrible news. Oh, I am very, very sorry to hear something like that. That's horrible. Oh, that's horrible to hear. Gosh, very, very sad to hear. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. My prayers to you and your family. That's horrible. Gosh. Yeah, so, you know, look, you know what? These politicians aren't helping us. And they sure as hell don't have our best interests at heart. And like I said, you know, these people that you see online, the crazy, what in the hell did I just watch? It's a very small group of people. They're trying to make it look like it's a big group, but it's not. It's a very, very small group. So why in the world are the politicians, the government, influencers, and anybody with a following giving a rat's ass about that? You know why? Because it works. Because that very, very small community is a way to divide the entire country, because on social media, it looks huge. That community looks like it's bigger than Texas. Oh, wow. Holy cow. In the meantime, you couldn't even fit this community in a Texas toilet. That's how small it is. But they use it because it works. Fear tactics, all the stuff that they use, all these tactics. If you think that these guys, these people in power just sitting around coming up with shit off a whim, No, this is all study. It's all science. This is the real science. How do we screw over America, make them hate each other, divide them, and still have them coming back for more? I tell you what, let's try this. People are still like, wait, did COVID really happen? There's no way. There's no way that, come on, seriously? I was dreaming, right? There's no way that happened. If you grew up in the 80s, no, there's no way that happened. But seriously, 2020, as far as I know, was the craziest thing that has ever happened to the American people and beyond too. This wasn't just in America. There was so much going on behind the scenes, and we're just sitting there like, oh, dude, I just don't want to get in trouble, because if I don't wear my mask, bro, if I don't stand 6 feet apart, I'm screwed, bro. I can't lose my job. I don't want to be away from my family over a mask ticket. I can't pay for a mask ticket. Remember what it was like going into a store? Jeez. I told this story before. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe this type of things happen. I told this story before. I wore a motorcycle helmet into a store one time. They wouldn't even let me come in. I said, this thing is more secure. It was a full, I usually never, ever wear a full helmet because I want to look cool. I want people to see me. No, I'm very claustrophobic. That's why I wear a half helmet. It has nothing to do. I'm a very safe rider. Rest in peace, my brother. And I've always worn a half helmet, but I wanted to, I hate masks. I always hated masks. I was always that mask hater. Like, dude, my daughters would laugh at me. Literally laugh at me, because anytime we'd ever go to wear a mask, go fuck yourself. No, I just couldn't do it. Seriously, it was horrible. So I said, you know what? They're going to do everything they possibly can to take me down because I'm just a peasant. So I'm going to wear my helmet, full helmet, which I hate wearing. I feel like Darth Vader. Wore it, and he still wouldn't let me in the store. I'm sitting here literally breathing my own breath, fogging up the whole thing. And I had to finally tell the manager, I said, look, you know what, dude? Check this out. This is how it's going to go, okay? Manager of a store. I'm going to walk in, buy the necessary things that I need for myself and my family with my motorcycle helmet that is securely fastened to my head, below my neck, with the visor of plastic down. And you're going to let me come in. And after about 5 to 10 minutes of deliberating with this, whatever this guy was, okay, cool. Go ahead, dude. And then I come to find out that the toilet paper's gone. I use a hose. Never use dry toilet paper. Use a hose. Use a hose. Always use a hose. How did we go from wet baby wipes to dry toilet paper? How did we do that? How did we functionally go backwards as a country? Like, all right, you know what? These baby wipes are clean. They make you feel fresh. It's getting everything out. You know what? I tell you what, now that we've done that, let's switch to paper. Come on. Let's really destroy your balloon knot here. Let's switch to paper. Because nothing says clean like dry toilet paper on wet shit. Yeah, that works. Yeah, and then we'll get all the little pieces of the fragments. And then let's make biodegradable toilet paper from recycled whatever. So it crumbles up every time. And your fingers and all. Yeah, come on, let's get the fingers through it all. Come on, how do we go backwards with technology? That's like going back to black and white TV. I'm losing it. I need to stop talking. I think I drank the wrong cereal tonight. I don't know. Something happened. Anyways, no goodnight song tonight. It's the artwork. I love this artwork. This is so cool. I'm seriously, I honestly, I'm very, very thankful for this. And I hope he hears this. I really do. I'm going to go though. So do me a huge favor, guys. Have a great night. Have a great day. I cannot wait to see everybody tomorrow for Wednesday. Please mark your calendars because we are officially now only, I believe, Oh, yeah. Thursday, baby. Thursday is Tammy's birthday. 5-hour live. So set your calendars and your clocks and seat belts. 5-hour live on Thursday. So I got to come up with something to talk about. Whew, it's going to be rough. I can barely get through an hour. But do me a huge favor and stay away from weird people. Stay away from people that are trying to just bring you down, man. Don't hang around people that are upset when you succeed. Don't hang around people that are going to be jealous if you come up. I have actual friends that are jealous when my other friends get a brand new car or a new house or a pool. I mean, it's okay to be, but wouldn't you rather say, like, how can I do something like that instead of, oh, fuck that guy? How can I work hard? It's not like it's not possible. You just have to try a little bit harder, you know? Hang around people that are going to inspire you. Hang around people that are going to be proud of your success. Hang around people that aren't going to talk badly about other people. Because as soon as you leave, guess who they're going to be talking about? Absolutely. Hang around people that are going to inspire you and build you up. You don't need yes men. You need people who are going to support you. Yes men are not real friends. Those are not. Stay away from yes men. You need somebody who's going to give it to you straight. Hey, maybe that's not such a great idea. Or, you know what? Yeah, do it. Real friends are hard to come by. And as you get older, your circle gets very, very small. So be very, very careful. Also, every opportunity that comes your way that's legal, take it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if somebody gives you free tickets to Delaware. Go. Live your life. Live your life. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your box. Get out. Do something, because this life, like that. I hope you heard that. It's my new sound effect. It's my new sound effect. Live that life. It's a very short quarter that we get. We put that quarter in, it goes fast. Real fast. So enjoy your life. Laugh, live, love, be happy. Stop taking things so seriously, because it doesn't matter how mad you get or how angry you get or how loud you scream. The problems are not going away. And I hate to be the one to break it to you, but us little peasants, we don't really have that big of a voice. Because no matter what we really truly want for America, it's not what the politicians have in mind. Yeah, they let us yell, they let us scream. Oh yeah, we can film in public now. Woo! But I'm going to tell you this right now. At the end of the day, your health, your happiness, and your love for your family and time that you're able to spend with them is the most important. That's it. Being angry is just going to, And most of all, if you want to do something, do it now. Don't wait. Tomorrow is not promised. And this life goes by way, way, way too fast. So do it. And always, always make the most of each day to the best of your ability. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful night and a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for your amazing support, kindness, donations, investments, jewels, poops, everything. I love you all, and I'm so thankful for all of you. You guys mean everything to me. John Castaneda just had to make things even worse to tell me that the drummer for ZZ Top passed away. Unfortunately, it's life. And he did live a very, very good life. And I'm telling you right now, if you didn't know Sharp Dressed Man, if you didn't know Legs, then you ain't living. I tell you, some of the best rides I've ever had on were Legs. I don't know what it is about that song. Maybe it was the music video that came out. That as a young boy, seeing a video like that made me want to go buy shoes. I don't know. I'm going to tell you something right now. ZZ Top, a lot of memories with that. Very strange looking band, with the beards, but I loved Sharp Dressed Man. Give Me All Your Lovin' was amazing. Legs. What was the other one? Got me under pressure. But there was that one song. That one song. And if you don't know what this is, I don't even know. I don't even know if you should be entitled to even talk about ZZ Top. But when Rough Boy came out, that was like listening to Love Bites for the first time. And if anybody's ever danced to Love Bites at a school dance, dude, you rock, bro. Because Love Bites, even if you didn't even have love, that song made you want to love somebody because it was just such a depressing song. But at the same time, it was just so, you got lost in the moment. It's like listen to Peter Cetera backwards. Ugh. Don't even get me started about Peter Cetera because that's just going to ruin my whole night. I wasn't even dating anybody when I was a kid. And if Peter Cetera came on, my life was over with. I wanted love like Peter Cetera lost. But Rough Boy, holy, because I was kind of a rough boy growing up. Into bikes, you know. I was a strong man, did all that crazy stuff. Like, dude, my dad could totally live more, and I could, you know. And now look at me. I'm a loser, unemployed content creator who grifts for a living. Just give me your money, please. Send me, please. I'll do anything, bro. Gosh. So, anyways, thanks a lot, John Castaneda, for just ruining my night. Gosh, that's a great band, though. I gotta be honest with you. There is a few cassette tapes. That Red Car. That one is just, I mean, there's some like Guns N' Roses, you know, every time in that period of time with cassette tapes, everything, you know, kind of like when you open up a bottle of Coca-Cola and there was like a helmet underneath, you know what I mean? There's memories. And I tell you, you know, anyways, I don't want to get too much off topic here, but I tell you, anyways, I think I should probably end the live now because I think everybody left. But anyways, guys, listen, I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I cannot wait to see you again tomorrow, same time, 5 hours. I think that's what this is. I'm getting ready for Tammy's birthday live. 5 hours is a long time. But Tammy deserves 20 hours. Tammy deserves 20 hours. So I hope everybody can make it. I will definitely be I will be definitely reminding everybody tomorrow too as well. But I hope everybody has a wonderful night, a wonderful day. And then shall we meet again? Good night, peasants.